Hello everyone, Happy New Year and welcome to the GamePad Report, the first GamePad Report of 2022. There's a lot of twos. I feel like this is the year with the most twos in it. Anyway, we are giving you the latest updates for GamePad and the mayamada universe, and I am the mayamada co-founder, Nigel.
I am Tazziii. I'm a content creator and GamePad host.
GamePad is our community gaming event and platform promoting inclusion and diversity in the video game industry. So we run online and hopefully soon physical real world events. We host regular discussions with games professionals and give young people an opportunity to gain valuable work experience. And I'm about to hire a few young people later this month as well. So we were just talking about NFTs. Do you know what that is? Neither do we. So NFTs in gaming and also Sony's rumoured subscription service that is rumoured to come out in spring. If you'd like to hear that discussion in full, you can become a Studio 77 member and get the extended report video, or join us live where we record our videos for the world to see. Plus you get exclusive access to events and mayamada artwork like our latest comic. So yeah, give that a think. All right, before we get into the updates for GamePad, let's get started with this month's industry pro tip. So each month we like to highlight advice from a creative professional that we have spoken to on a GamePad interview or panel or our Story X Story podcast. And this month the tip comes from Bounthavy Suvilay, who is the author of the book Indie Games. So she literally wrote the book about indie games. So we spoke to her on episode number 88. We had a good chat about how she made the book, what led her to make the book, some of the process behind putting the book together, speaking to different indie developers, and just about the state of indie development. So as usual with our discussions, she gave some interesting perspective, and we always like to pull out sort of different bits of advice for people to consider. So I feel if you're someone who is considering going off making their own game, starting your own studio, whatever it might be, this one is for you. When talking about the process of making indie games, she says the thing is, making a game is a job. So a job is not necessarily about passion every day. It's not exciting every day. It's a process. So if you don't like the process, it's going to be difficult because you have to face your own doubt. You have to be insecure. So I think that's the daily life. It's not all fun, but it's worth it because it's your creation. And I feel it's that last bit that kind of saved that quote, but it's very true. And I feel it's something that even as she said it, like it stuck with me, because as a entrepreneur, as a business owner, I feel this. So I don't make games, but I make stuff, and making stuff is hard and it is full of self-doubt. It is you make things from a place of insecurity, whether it's like personal insecurity, financial insecurity, or all the above. So Tazziii, what do you think about that?
Yeah, no, same sort of thing. I obviously don't make games, but I make things.
You do make things.
And I think it's one of those things that is transferable to just like other creative industries or entrepreneurship. Whenever you're making something out of nothing or little and creating something that's yours, your own creation, it is going to be hard, and especially if you're doing something where you make it by yourself or with a very small team. It's a process, and I very much agree with this. Like, you've got to be passionate about making games, but that's just not going to be your everyday life. And it's the same with being a content creator, because people always have that, you're so lucky.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I am, because I get to do something I love, but that doesn't mean I don't have to do any work.
Yeah, people forget that.
Yeah, and that phrase that's like, oh, if you do something you love, you'll never have to work a day in your life again, is not true.
I understand.
You'll be way more,
yeah.
It's like a partial truth.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you will enjoy most days.
But not every day.
And you'll find something in fact, it's more that you'll find something you enjoy in most days, in most of the things you're doing, because ultimately it's your creation.
And that's the thing. It's different when it's the thing you're
yeah.
making. So yeah, so definitely one for especially like young aspiring game developers. Just remember, if you have to love the process, because that's the everyday, the process. So yeah, if that advice resonated with you, check out the full episode. It was from our podcast. You can subscribe to the podcast for more discussions with amazing creative professionals. So with that in mind, Tazziii, what do we have coming up for the month of January?
So it's an exciting month. We have lots to come from the GamePad community. For the GamePad community and Studio 77 members, it is a new year, and like every year we like to start the year off with a GamePad event. So we have our next online event Saturday the 15th of January this month, next week, few days. Creeping in. It's very exciting. We've got our friendly fire competition. We've got some industry interviews and giveaways. It's going to be hosted by me. And we will have teams. We'll be playing Brawlhalla, Rocket League and Knockout City, which are all really fun games. We'll be streaming another round of interviews to bring you closer to the people who bring us the games that we enjoy, including Saida Mazovia, who is the producer at I didn't even check that one. Don't Nod Entertainment.
Yeah, so they make a few games, but Life is Strange is one of them.
Great game. I still haven't finished it, but what I played of it, great game.
Yeah.
Maria Yu, lighting artist at Splash Damage, and Dan Bernardo, founder at Playtra Games. So there are some awesome interviews to look forward to. The tickets are free, so I would advise you to go and get one, because by doing so, you'll be entered into a giveaway that's in our Discord on the day. So get your ticket and come join us live.
Look out for that. And then after that, we've got a few things, some of which I cannot speak about, but what I can speak about is our cosplay panel. So every so often, we do our cosplay events. We like to talk about people who are into the craft of making cosplay. So we're going to have another panel. We have a few cosplayers on board. Tazziii will be moderating another discussion about cosplay and creativity with different artists from around the world. I can't remember where exactly everyone is coming from. I think we've got some US-based cosplayers in here. So you can tune into the mayamada Twitch channel. And we'll be doing that live on the 20th of January, so Thursday evening from 7 p.m. GMT, and you can translate that for whatever time zone you're coming from. So we don't have a games night for this month, so our next games night will be in February. We're not sure what we'll be playing yet, but I know at some point we are going to be playing Gartic Phone again, because our last games night did not go to plan at all. We had some mad tech issues where we had to cut that one short. It was a rocky live stream.
Yeah, there were definitely gremlins in there somewhere.
Yeah, so I think we've shaken them out. This stream seems to be going okay. So yeah, you can check that out in February, but you can also check out the highlights from our past games nights, where we've played games like Rocket League, we have played Fortnite, Roblox, Identity V, some of Gartic Phone. Sure, whatever we can salvage from that will be up at some point. And you can become a Studio 77 member to support the work we do at mayamada. You can get involved with games nights, plus interviews and panel events, and like I mentioned, exclusive access to our manga and artwork from the mayamada universe.
And each month we like to ask our community a question in form of a poll, and we have the results from last month's poll. Last month we was asking you, what is your favourite video game story of 2021? We gave you several options. Psychonauts 2 came in last with 16%. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy came in with 33%. And then at the top, It Takes Two with 50%, which was my personal vote as well.
You did say that, yeah.
Yeah.
You did pick a favourite.
I did pick a favourite, I know. I mean, that's mainly because I hadn't played the others.
Although we will be playing Psychonauts 2 for our story club.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe it will be adjusted.
Yeah.
Like my answer, but I doubt it. It Takes Two. I love It Takes Two. This month, we are asking you, what does PlayStation's Spartacus subscription service need to succeed in 2022? So, like we were discussing in the Studio 77 part of this video, there is reports that suggest that Sony plans to respond to Microsoft's Game Pass with a subscription service codenamed Spartacus in the spring, but we want to know what you all think it would take for it to actually compete against its rival and succeed in this space. So the options are price parity with Xbox Game Pass, back catalogue of games from the first 3 generations, first-party AAA games available on day one, extended demos and game streaming, non-game related content from Sony, i.e. films and music. Voting is live now, and the results will be announced in February's GamePad Report video. Nigel, what do you think they're going to need to do?
So I think when it comes out, and I think it will come out, even though at time of recording, this is a rumour, I'm sure keeping with trends, not too soon after we record this video, they'll confirm it. But I think the first thing people are going to look to is, do you have first-party AAA games available day one? I think that's the big thing when people think about Game Pass, and I think that's going to be the easy comparison. Whether it's fair or not, because Sony have a slightly different strategy, is another question, but I think that's going to be do you have it? I don't think Sony will have it, and therefore I think the reception will be like, you don't have it, so you're still lacking. So, but I think given a few years, either Sony will do that, they'll like just relent and like, okay, cool, God of War is there, whatever the next one is, or they'll find another way to offer value. So I think one of those two options.
I think the films and music one is interesting.
Yeah, because remember, like, Sony are Sony, they do other things. So.
Yeah, I feel like that's one that could really get people in, because most people have like a watching subscription service anyway, and like if they're like, oh yeah, I can see all these films and just with my PlayStation, then they'll be more inclined to purchase it. First party AAA games will need to be available at some point. Yeah. Maybe not. I don't necessarily think they need to push the day one, but I think they will get backlash for not having it. But I don't think that's what they need to succeed. I think they will strive to be different. Let's hope.
So yeah, let us know what you think in the poll. And that does it for another GamePad Report video. Our first of the year, 1 down, 11 to go. You can join our Discord and follow us here on Twitch to be part of the growing GamePad community. So we are working on informing and demystifying the industry and culture through our events and discussions as we work to make the gaming industry more inclusive for everyone. Also subscribe here on YouTube so you don't miss another GamePad Report video. And yeah, join us live on Twitch, because when we record them, you see all the bits that don't make it into the final edit. And lastly, make sure you check out the Story X Story podcast, where Tazziii and I have different creator interviews, video game discussions, and deep dives into stories across pop culture. We have season 4 starting in February, so make sure you check that out. That is all from us. We will see you next month. Hey there, I'm Nigel from mayamada. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other great videos we have on the channel. You can also join the GamePad Discord and check out the next event at gamepad.events. We'll see you soon.